Here we have Terra Luna symbol LUNA versus the dollar, and we have one of the better charts of the day, actually, probably the best chart of the day. Putting in yet again another higher low right here at the 86.25 dollar pullback. We do have another drop of hidden bullish evidence right here, and getting back above the exponential and working its way into the bullish control zone. And the daily jewel is also getting upside momentum and is supported by DMI. And this is all on extremely low volatility, which if we see the volatility, BBWP start to get a positive slope back above the moving average and expand from this region, I'd expect a macro breakout here actually. So what would, as far as price action goes, confirm a macro breakout on a closing base for the daily 102, and at that point, this one's going to have short-term targets and long-term targets here. Let's see what they look like. So we have a bit of an ascending triangle right here. So we do technically have, or we do have a technical target off of that. That would be up towards 128 to 128.5. Let me see if that lines up with any major fibs. Probably does. And what do you know? The one spot 414 right there, which is a good natural target for like the first push up after a breakout in this case. But I wouldn't expect things to stop there, honestly. I'd expect things to actually trade much higher if you do get that next validation above that region. And in fact, I'll be using this whole range right here. See if that matches up with anything as well. And what do you know? The 2 spot 618 about 193. 190 to 200 bucks is kind of what I'd be saying if you start to get that validation. Obviously, it's going to come with contingencies on the other side. This setup would be absolutely disparaged below about 81.5 on a daily closure, be getting targets back down somewhere around like 69 to low 70s or so. But for right now, I look at this one as more likely to try the upside. You know, this actually bodes quite well. Let's go see what stochastic momentum says. I'm just curious if like the higher term timeframes are showing any like really obvious signatures right here. The weekly is not just a rejection of the bearish control zone, which I believe we identified last week or the week before, but it will be remaining with upside momentum as long as this one's closing above 55 bucks, which is almost a 50% move from where you're currently at, kind of crazy. 5 days, obviously way up there as well, 60 bucks. What about daily? Daily is freshly crossing up above $92, which you're currently trading more than $2 above on $100 name, which is kind of a big deal. 12-hour vertical, 4-hour will freshly cross up above 94. Hourly is going to be vertical as well. So a little bit more extended in the short-term time frames, but I do think that you have one more short-term move to the upside. Maybe like 97 to 98 bucks, probably another short-term pullback right there. Big long-term areas again coming in right around 102, a $1.02 right there. Very, 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 very important. Be getting, you know, humongous, what I would expect humongous targets in the following months after that. First target be about 126-ish. Well, let's just say 125 or so. Give or take a few bucks from that, and then very long term, you know, in the months that follow that, 190 to 200, which is actually kind of crazy, man. Yeah, definitely the best chart that we've seen today. Very, very impressive.